thing I tell them is try and be very objective about what you're doing. Ask very difficult questions to yourself. Why are you the right person to launch this idea? Women are a different ballgame altogether. It's a mindset change that we constantly work on. They want to be the best mother, the best wife, the best entrepreneur. You can't keep feeling guilty about every single thing.
Today, we are diving into women's entrepreneurship and how high-impact programs are accelerating the growth of female-led ventures.
We should always have a founder-first mentality. I may not support them. It's okay to pass them on to someone who has. My aim is to establish ELLA as a national leader in Canada. Just do it. We got your back.
Welcome to CanadianSME Small Business Podcast, where we explore the strategies helping Canadian entrepreneurs succeed. Today, we are diving into women's entrepreneurship and how high-impact programs are accelerating the growth of female-led ventures. Please join me in welcoming Marlina Ramchandran, ELLA Entrepreneurship Manager at YSpace ELLA, York University. With more than 20 years of cross-sector experience and a track record of building large-scale startup ecosystems, Marlina has helped launch high-profile initiatives, including the Visa Canada She's Next $10,000 grant program. In this episode, we will explore common pitfalls for women-led businesses, the strategic steps for scaling from idea to venture, the impact of major grant programs, and the launch of ELLA's flagship Ascent program. Let's get started.
Marlina, welcome to the Small Business Podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good in the cold weather.
Everyone, I think they are enjoying the weather, right? It's a pleasure to host you today. Marlina, your expertise lies in accelerating early stage ventures and building sustainable entrepreneurial ecosystem. Let's start with the fundamental challenge, like scaling from an idea to a successful revenue generating business. What are the three must-do steps to scale from idea to real business, and how should founders prioritize business model, value proposition, and go to market?
Yeah, so one of the things that I've learned with quite a few entrepreneurs, like sometimes they fall in love with their idea, right? And when you're in love, you're blindsided. So first thing I tell them is try and be very objective about what you're doing. The first step should always be, if you have an idea, why are you the right person to launch this idea, right? So they really need to, first of all, figure out the opportunity and validate the opportunity. Ask very difficult questions to yourself. What is this idea about? Who else is doing this? If they are doing this, why should I enter the game? Are there any gaps in the business strategy of the people who are doing it? So ask a lot of questions and try and figure out, the opportunity and figure out whether you should really be investing your time in it.
So you mean asking a lot of questions to yourself?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think that's really the number one step before they even go further. I think the number two would be don't assume. So a lot of founders will assume, oh, there are a lot of immigrants here and, everyone misses home cooked food and, I should start something around that, which is a general knowledge. You get that by talking to people in your circles. But how are you going to ensure that you are testing that assumption? I think at every stage, any assumption they have needs to be tested. There are different tools available.
Validation is very important.
Absolutely. Right? And then number three, while you're doing all this, also figure out the balance between pivoting fast. You don't want to ask questions forever, you don't want to assume forever. So to quickly pivot, figure out what works, then come and make changes to your business model. I think as long as they keep to this loop, the foundation for the business will be set right. And then scaling is another ballgame altogether. So that will come in much later.
Right. That's a very clear roadmap, Marlina. Thank you for sharing. And I really like, talk to yourself first before, getting overexcited about the idea. It shows how early, clarity in business model, value proposition and to go to market is essential for scaling any startup or any business. Now let's explore the unique challenges and common pitfalls facing women-led businesses here in Canada. Marlina, you lead a national women's entrepreneurship program, and we were discussing before the podcast, you're very passionate and excited to help other women entrepreneurs and promote them, which gives you a unique insight into the specific, challenges women founders face in the ecosystem. What common pitfalls hold back, women-led businesses, funding, networks, self-limiting beliefs, and how can founders proactively overcome them?
Yeah, so I think women are a different ballgame altogether, right? So I don't, more than the external ecosystem, I believe that there's a lot of personal thing that they need to work on. For example, any woman that I work with, they want to be the best mother, they want to be the best wife, they also want to be the best entrepreneur. I think at some point of time, they need to realize that you have to balance out stuff. There will be days when you will have to wear the entrepreneurial hat, there will be days when you will have to wear the mother's hat. You can't keep feeling guilty about, every single thing. So it's a mindset change that we constantly work on with women entrepreneurs because they want to be the best at everything. And I think that also leads to, their sense of excellence, right? So not only best, but whatever they do, they want to do it really well. And I feel that sometimes they are really hard on themselves and they really forget to celebrate some of the small wins and small acknowledgements that they should be giving to themselves. So I do constantly have conversations with them that it's okay to sit back, pause, relax. Like you need to reflect on when you started, how far you've come along and what were some of the little wins along the way. So largely it's about the mindset. And I think from the ecosystem perspective, there is a lot of support available these days. Like the government is putting in a lot of funding. My program is largely funded by the federal government. They need to ask, like, there's no harm in reaching out, asking, the journey is lonely, we are your friends, we want to help you, support you. So consider us a safe space, be vulnerable, talk to us what your real problems are, and we are more than happy to help you. So that's my message to all the women businesses that we work with. And this is something that we've commonly seen with them.
You mentioned just now that you're also running a program. Can you share more details with our audience?
Yeah, so the program that I run is targeted at women at different stages of their venture. So let's say if they have an idea, then we have a program for them. If they're ready to launch their business, we have a program for them. But I want to talk about the flagship program that we run, which is LSN. It's a very hands-on 4-month dedicated program where when they come in the program, we tell them that we are not going to be easy on you. It's almost like a mini MBA. You are a woman entrepreneur. It's not going to be easy. The world's going to be difficult. It's a man's world out there. So we want to prep you for it. So the way we've designed this program is we've actually created a playbook where once they come in, they fill in the playbook in terms of the different business aspects that they have. So finance, operations, marketing, sales. The idea is to help them understand what they don't know. And then through each playbook, they undergo a workshop with a specific expert to further hone their understanding around that specific subject. And then they work with a mentor in that specific area. So customize that particular business foundation as far as their venture is concerned. So it's very intensive. It's 4 months of playbook study. In addition to that, what we also do is we build office hours for them. So some of them may need access to legal resources. Some of them may need access to operational finance where someone helps build dashboards for them. There could be content planning help that they need for their marketing calendar. So we also have office hour with experts like that. They can pick and choose which ones they want to work with and we give it to them. And then end of the program, they're asked to present their learnings and we do a pitch showcase where we select top 5 out of everybody who's participating in the program. And we give them $10,000 worth of business support advisory services as award and also a lot of visibility on our social media as well. But the idea is to make them their business future proof and help them scale sustainably.
So is there any deadline or the program is ongoing?
The program launches once a year. So we will launch recruitment for the program in early January next year. And the program will launch in April. And it will continue for 4 months.
Okay. Marlina, you have been working on different projects for women entrepreneurs, including the Visa Canada She is Next $10,000 grant program and the Empower Her Team Tech Launchpad. Marlina, how does the Visa Canada She's Next $10,000 grant directly fuel women entrepreneurs' growth and broader ecosystem impact?
So, Visa launched this fund specifically because every entrepreneur at some point of time in their life, they need money to run their business, right? It also serves as a motivation for them and a platform for them in terms of visibility. So that's how Visa came up with the $10,000 grant. They reached out to us because they realized that while money is important and visibility is important, we also need to work with founders to help them understand how to best use this money to contribute to the success of their business. So the idea is $10,000 grant is given to 20 women-led businesses, and then we sit with them and we figure out where is the area where they need most support in, and then we bring in experts to work with them for a period of 4 months to help them figure out the right way to use this money and eventually scale their business. So it could be in the areas of business growth, it could be in the areas of operational excellence, it could also be tech innovation, right? Filling out the balance between innovation and the go-to-market strategy. The multiple areas, each one of them comes with their unique challenges. So how do we really get down to the table and listen to what they are looking for?
And as you understand it very well, like collaboration is very, very important for any successful project. Can you let us know more about your partnership with the city of Mississauga?
So, City of Mississauga has a very similar value system as YSpace ELLA is concerned. We are founder focused. Like we want to do everything we can in terms of supporting our founders. Now, City of Mississauga established the Idea Center to work with small businesses within the City of Mississauga. One of the gaps they had was they used to have a lot of inquiries from women-led businesses, but that was not something that they had built expertise in, and which is where we came in. So the conversation started with how do we figure out support specifically for women-led businesses who are based out of Mississauga or who are planning to expand to Mississauga. So that's how the program came about. We brought in our 5 years of expertise of working with women-led businesses and designed a 6-week pivot for City of Mississauga's women-led businesses. We launched this as Empower Her Tech Launchpad. We received an amazing response last year. We had about 12 founders from diverse industries participating. Many of them have already gone on to raise funding this year. So that's how it came about. And just recently, we launched the second cohort as well, which was equally as amazing as the previous one.
That's really an excellent example of collaboration, Marlina, highlighting how high impact programs, provide vital capital and resources to strengthen the ecosystem especially for women entrepreneurs.
Hey, Canadian women entrepreneurs, are you ready to scale your venture? Learn from Marlina Ramchandran, ELLA Entrepreneurship Manager at York University, about the common pitfalls to avoid, how to build a scalable business model, and how to apply for flagship Ascent program for customized mentorship, workshops, and the chance to pitch for $10,000 in business advisory services. Now let's continue our conversation with Marlina. We will take a quick break here. Don't go anywhere. When we are back, we will dive into the exciting launch of ELLA's flagship Ascent program and how it's helping women-led businesses scale with confidence.
Hey, you think you know UPS? Yeah, that's us. Everybody knows that. You know what you didn't know? This. Okay, try to keep up. Ocean, us. Ground, rail, air, so us. Guess who? Us. Customs cleared, borders cleared, done. Us. Still with me? Wait for it. Boom. Us. Intelligent, automated, fulfillment. Us. Yep. Healthcare too. Digital your thing? Yeah. Well, book it, ship it, track it. You feeling me yet? Yep. That's all us. That's all UPS.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's jump right in and explore how the Ascent program equips later stage women founders with the mentorship, structure, and strategic tools they need to grow.
Now let's look at the exciting launch of your flagship program, Ascend, which focuses on large stage growth and scale. Marlina, you're launching the recruitment for your flagship program, Ascend, which is aimed at supporting, later stage women-led businesses to scale their ventures. This is a critical need in the current ecosystem. What does the 4-month Ascend program offer later stage women-led businesses, operations, investor access, custom frameworks, and which skills do experts teach in this kind of workshops?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, the main focus is, while they are on their path to scale and we want to accelerate the scaling journey, we want to make sure that their fundamentals are set right. Very often what happens is founders get so busy running their business, they forget to differentiate between their cash flow and profit loss, right? So you want to make sure that they know how their numbers are looking. We want to make sure that, if they are operationalizing some stuff, what templates can be standardized. The program also gives them access to a lot of AI tools and free resources that they can use to make sure that this business is running on track. So it's a combination of knowledge, tools, resources, community, anything that a founder may need to scale their journey. We try and combine all of that in this particular program.
Okay, when it's going to be launched?
The program will launch in April 2026.
Okay.
We've also done an interesting thing. Usually we invite applications for a 2-week period, but this time we have started applications on a rolling basis. So the applications are open. We're also doing some early entrance as well. So if anybody's interested, I would recommend them to apply right away. Nearer to the date, it becomes tougher.
We will also add more details about this program in our podcast description so that you can get access to it easily. Now, finally, let's discuss your global experience and your vision for the future of entrepreneurship. Marlina, you have a strong background in building large-scale city-based startup ecosystem across 500 universities back in India. This global expertise is really very, very invaluable. What lessons from building global entrepreneurship ecosystems guide you and your work in Canada today, and what's your long-term vision for YSpace ELLA to support women entrepreneurs?
So one thing that I've really learned is, entrepreneurial journey is very challenging and very unique to each entrepreneur. For ecosystem providers like us, what we need to really do is anytime someone reaches out to us, we need to listen. We need to really figure out, do they really need us? Number one. Sometimes they don't need us. They're an entrepreneur. They're doing it on their own. If they really need us and they're investing their time in our organization, how can we really make sure that we are giving them maximum value for that time? So that's one lesson that applies across the world, considering they are founders. Number two, I also feel that this is the only industry where we should not be competing with each other. We should always have a founder first mentality. I have founders who reach out to me, and sometimes I may not have the resources to support them. It's okay to pass them on to someone who has, right? So if I don't do it, the founder's going to do it anyways. They are very smart, right? So idea is, focus on the founders and help them move forward. And in terms of my vision for ELLA, I think my aim is to establish YSpace ELLA as a national leader in Canada to support businesses, women-led businesses, both from ideation all the way up to global expansion. We are well on their way. We've been working with them, and I just see it as a matter of time.
That's a very inspiring and powerful vision, Marlina. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Before we wrap up, if Canadian women entrepreneurs remember one core message from you about pursuing their dreams with confidence, what is it?
I would quote Nike in that, just do it. And then I'll add, we got your back.
Thank you so much for sharing your advice, your insights, and your vision with our listeners. It was a great pleasure hosting you today.
Thank you.
That was a great conversation with Marlina Ramchandran from YSpace ELLA. We discussed supporting women-led businesses, avoiding common pitfalls, and scaling early-stage ventures. Thanks for listening to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to Canadian SME. Subscribe for more insights and visit CanadianSME.ca for tools and resources that support your growth. A big thank you to our partners, UPS, Avon Global College, ADP, and Google for supporting Canadian small businesses. We will see you in the next episode. Until then, keep moving forward.